Now, Australia and New Zealand hate each other, but Australia doesn't know it.
Exactly, because they're the little siblings essentially.
Right.
Like, we don't know that there's a rivalry, but they think there is.
I think they're your Canada.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
100% our Canada. We're better than them at most sports. Their rugby is kind of like hockey here. Sometimes,
Right.
the Canadians might get the better of the States in hockey. Sometimes they'll get the better of us in rugby union. But apart from that, we've pretty much got them covered in everything else. We don't need to call it a rivalry because we are just the superior nation.
What nation you think is more beautiful?
I've never been to New Zealand, but it's Australia. I don't need to go there.
Why would you travel over New Zealand? It's one of the most stunning things I've ever seen in my life. The movies that are shot there are just all inspiring. You fly over that place.
Because I feel like I can just go there whenever I want. It's close enough to Australia that I can kind of just have a weekend out of it. You can take a boat, you can take a plane, you can swim, you can do whatever.
It's like us going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll get to it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll always be there. Whereas if you want to come to the States, you want to go to Europe, you kind of have to plan for that stuff. And if you have an available couple of weeks or you want to plan for a holiday at some stage, you're going to go there.
Now, Vito looked like he put his face to the thing. I waved him in, and now he's just standing out there.
Oh.
Surprise.
Look at that. Ow. Hey. Ow. Look at this. Thank you, Vito.
This is our...
So this one's just for me, is it?
No, it's you and Vinay.
Nice. I'm excited.
You really...
And drinks.
Vito,
man, I could get used to this pampering.
Yeah, he is pampering you. Now, explain what we have here, Vito.
These are meatball subs from Terry's Midtown.
Why
NYC.
did you pick that?
I read that they had one of the best meatball subs in the city, and I thought we'd all like to try it.
Where's Vinay at? It's his day. Why wouldn't you bring him in?
Bring in.
Earl, send in Vinay.
I don't know whether you've noticed this, Chris.
Yeah.
Vito is not nice to Vinay. And I was talking to the other Chris. Is there a bit of tension? Thank you.
100%.
Because they both say no to me. No, don't stand in the middle. Sit down. Vinay.
Whenever I try to bring up Vito in front of Vinay, he just goes a bit quiet and he just doesn't quite know what to say.
Something happened there.
I have a great deal of respect for Vito.
I see that you're
say.
doing the public thing, but you came in here gangbusters, and something happened between you two guys. And even Vito is being quiet now. And Chris has picked up on it himself. Vito, you have to talk.
So
This is radio.
I'm giving everybody their sandwiches.
What? You literally can't hand out a sandwich and talk.
I was just counting to make sure we had it all. Look, it's just I like when my interns.
There's 7. How hard is that to count?
Well, I like when my interns do as much as what I ask them when to do it, and sometimes Vinay has to be told things over and over again and still
Like
messes
what?
it up.
What do you have to tell him?
How many times have you lost my credit card?
I've had it twice. I didn't lose it. I kept it in my wallet.
Yeah, I've had
it in my wallet.
I've had to call him to bring it back the next day.
But
Three
that's
times.
it. That's it.
Three
it was,
times.
It was, no, twice.
3 times.
It was twice.
Ask Chris. Chris.
It was 3 times I had to get text
And
from
one
Vito.
time he
I
said
need
to
money.
Chris in response, "Oh, LOL, my bad."
I said,
What do you want him to say?
I said, I'll come
Oh,
back.
my
I
bad.
did.
What should have had a teary-eyed emoji?
No, it's a little careless with my.
You know what I've noticed with you fucking millennials? There's no napkins. This thing is real. Were you glad that he hopped up and got the napkins with you?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Vinay, are you feeling any of the same stuff towards...
No, I love Vito. Vito's a great role model, a great friend, been a great superior and boss.
I say every day, I am not a role model.
That's your mantra to the interns every day?
In the mirror.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Thanks, man.
Now, do you get along with Chris? Original Chris?
Yeah, me and Original Chris, we talk basketball. You know, he tells me about Australians that are in sports.
None of this has to do with work. That is a big problem for you as a mentor.
Original Chris rarely has to be told things twice. Does everything right the first time.
Like,
He's 7 years older than me.
That's
No, I'm just saying I'm learning how to do
How
this.
old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah, you can't use "I'm a child" as an excuse. Are you a rich boy, Vinay?
I'm decent. I'm fine. I was an only child. That's why
You
I
have
spoiled.
the demeanor of a rich boy, like everything's okay.
I thought my whole vibe was the world is gonna end.
No,
I'm not happy.
picking up on that.
Oh.
But I have heard from a different person than Vito, basically that you can't tell Vinay nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The comedian said to me, "This kid doesn't listen. He's going to do whatever. I try to take him on.
Just won't
You
take
just
the
can't.
advice.
You cannot talk to him. He's on his own thing." I go, "Well, you don't know. Maybe he'll break through. You know, maybe he's a total original." But I do have a problem with Vito when I go, "Where's Vinay?" and I hear that he doesn't talk sports with you. That's a bad sign.
No, that was just I was just bringing up some of the positives of Chris as a person. But like I said, Chris does everything he's told. He listens. I don't have to correct him that much. I think anytime I've corrected him, the next time it has not happened again.
Who picked out this meatball place?
I did.
Let me just say this. That's one of the worst fucking meatball sandwiches I ever tasted in my life.
Yeah, I was reading. I did my research this time, and it seemed like it was going to be better than this.
There's a fucking place just called the Meatball Shop. Why do you want to go beyond it?
Did not think of the meatball shop.
It's famous. for
I know. I
meatballs.
thought for some reason it didn't. I didn't think because I didn't think meatball sub shop.
And yet you're going to say that this kid doesn't make good decisions. He doesn't listen. This fuck. You know what this tastes like? Like we lost a war. And they're rationing.
That's all we had.
I mean, I'm sitting here going, how can you fuck up a meatball? You feel just upset now?
I'm pretty pissed at this place and my judgment.
So you felt the same way. You tasted it.
Yeah, it's not the best sandwich. Sorry, Terry's.
Why are you sorry to that?
They should be
Sorry,
apologizing
Terry's,
to
but
us.
you guys fuck this one up. Should have just went to Parm. I wanted to go to Parm, but I wanted to switch it up.
Why? Why risk it?
I don't know. I thought let's be different. Let's be jazzy. But this is not good.
Look, I like jazz. We should have went to Lincoln Center. Now, the Australians are eating it because they don't know where they're going to eat again. What's the strangest country you've been to, Original Chris? You've traveled the world.
The strangest country.
I don't know. This one's pretty weird, but I've only been to probably like 6 or 7 others, so this is probably the weirdest.
What's the weirdest thing about America? Our weird fucking meatballs.
The weird meatball sandwiches, can't get my head around that.
You know the difference between meatball and Play-Doh, right?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if they do.
Oh, look at her. She's not feeling good today.
I know. It's heartbreaking.
Oh, that picture just kills me, Gail.
I know.
You put feeling better, but you're not sure. Is she sleepy? Please keep an eye on her. Aaron in Boston. Aaron, what's up?
Hey, Ronnie, love the show. I just want to stick up for the Kiwis out there. And it's tough to hear an Australian guy that can't even travel to the country right across the pond there start to slam it.
Now, you're a Kiwi guy? You like them?
I've been fortunate enough to live there and travel to Australia. And I think, what are there, 14 or 15 things in Australia that can kill you besides the horrible drivers? Nothing in New Zealand that you have to worry about.
We like to keep people on their toes, that's all.
Yeah, I don't pick a place by their lack of snakes, but just like when I see those mountains and everything in New Zealand, it's just gorgeous. I mean, Lord of the Rings,
No,
they didn't even have any CGI.
No.
There were fucking elves living there.
My buddy just got back from New Zealand and said it was phenomenal.
You ought to sit and think about fucking meatballs before you move on to New Zealand. This crushed you, huh?
Yeah,
You always do so great with Parm. We always made a big deal. Like, Vito did it.
not
He brought
today.
his Parm.
Today I brought you.
Vinay's eating the shit out of it. He's making you look like a rock star, and you don't have anything for this kid.
I need my interns to live up to my standards. You just
This is your fucking standards.
that's
right
not my
here?
standards. It's Terry's has not lived up to my standards.
This is jail food.
I should have just had my family make it.
Alan, Sacramento.
Hey, Benningtons.
Yeah.
I noticed that and Vito's attitude towards Vinay changed when he started being more forceful is probably too strong a word, but about his own comedy ambitions. I think they took some sort of umbrage.
Do you think he was a little jealous of you, Vinay? Jealous that you were...
I'm not sure if jealousy is the right word, but it describes the word that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Right.
So when he found out that you were an ambitious young comedian, you were meeting the other comics, and I thought it was a very positive, fun thing, you took it as a negative.
No, it has nothing to do with his comedy. It's just he doesn't do a good job as an intern. That's what it is.
I was pissed at him for going up to comedians like his second day in, asking to book him on his show. I felt like he was trying to use us for his show.
That's all part of interning.
No, that's not part. You can't be mixing the two businesses. You got to keep things separate.
Do you feel like he bypassed you almost immediately?
No, he did not bypass me. He can't even open Adobe Audition and do something that simple. He can't phone screen. He gets names wrong all the time.
Wait, what did you just say? You can't open the Audition?
Adobe, the editing software.
Okay, I didn't know what you were talking
Yeah.
about. Open the Audition. He says. All right, Vinay. Now this shit's starting to come out. Do you think that you are a bad worker?
I thought I was doing great.
You even said to me you would like to come back and do another term.
I thought I was. I mean, apparently I suck ass, but
are you going to fail him?
Maybe. It's still on the table.
See, the fact that you can't even make up your decision, I'm going to say this. You're not a man, Vito.
I don't know if
you're as fucking stringy as your own meatballs that you ordered.
These aren't mine. These are just from a place.
You ordered them. You have to feel like your thing with him is that he doesn't have respect for this, right? Here's the big intern send-off. And it's like, will you put dog food on? I don't even know what kind of fucking roll this is.
No, it's not. It's not
Is it a
Italian.
potato roll?
It looks all right. This is what it looks like. It's like an Italian bread, but put into a panini press.
yeah.
That's really weird.
To me, it looks like monkeys had yeast and they tried to fucking make up their own food.
Is this monkey bread?
No, it's just.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If I was said to Vinay, I want you to fucking have a great send-off lunch today, and this is what he brought in, you'd be flipping out, right?
Yes, I would.
Why are you so easy on yourself?
I'm not. I'm miserable right now that this is what you have.
This makes me believe everything Vinay says.
Why? He doesn't even get. If he fucks up, he just says "LOL, my bad." He doesn't even care.
I'm going to say
That
this.
LOL really got in your kitchen.
Yeah, it fucking bothered him.
I've had interns lose my credit card in the past. It's just a fucking trigger for me. I don't like it. That girl Becky a few semesters ago lost my credit card and then tried to accuse me that it was in my wallet and
That
would
shit
not
was
check her fucking
hilarious.
wallet.
I wouldn't do that to you though. I was
Well,
telling
and
you I had
don't
it.
hold on to that and blame this kid.
No, he lost my credit, but he lost it 3 times.
He didn't lose it.
I just had
He
it in my
took it
wallet.
with him a night on the town.
Were there a lot of charges on there?
There were some bar charges on there. Definitely a Metro card ride on there that I had nothing to do with.
Vinay, come on.
Come on.
He doesn't need to do that. He's
I'm a rich boy, yeah.
So you're just
exactly.
getting pleasure off stealing from me.
You're coming across very unlikable right now, but even worse, like a bad boss.
A bad boss would just lie and say he's doing great.
What?
What? Wait, that would be a bad boss.
All right, let me ask you this. Does Chris get a passing grade?
Yeah, original Chris gets an A.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even know we did letter grades here.
I give them letter grades to the woman in HR.
What are you giving Vinay?
Incomplete.
What would you give him?
Look, last time I was in the booth, sometimes I go in the booth, I have to keep telling Vinay to stop looking at his cell phone when he's screening
He's
phone
young.
calls. I know he's young. It has happened, Vinay.
He's
We're
a
not lying.
founder.
He's on Grinder.
Vinay, that's on your own time. You're on the dating apps.
I did have to tell you to stop tweeting during the show.
That did happen. I admit that.
And then I saw a tweet about you talking about tweeting during work.
That's fucking meta.
It got a lot of favorites.
See, that's just completely disrespectful.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just a success for me on my Twitter.
It's
He's a little more easygoing than you. I can see that.
Yeah, this isn't the time. When you're an intern, you're supposed to be working your ass off trying to put the best foot forward.
I admit that's true.
Okay, I took things really fucking hard when I was an intern. I didn't just laugh at Chris when he got mad at me.
How long ago were you an intern?
5 years ago.
And this is the way you're fucking ordering lunch right now. Seriously.
I'm not happy about this. You know me. I love to eat.
Are you eating this?
I've had half, kind of.
You can't even finish it. You can't finish it?
I'm in half, kind of.
Chris didn't wolf it down.
Vinay and I are the only two who have eaten it.
Chris
Yeah.
usually.
Free meal's nice.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
and we
really
didn't have to
terrible.
go
Yeah,
get
it's
it,
pretty
which is
bad.
my favorite part.
This is like a
I enjoyed it.
squirrel fucked sawdust, and it had a meatball baby.
No, they're small meatballs. They're just breaking apart completely. It's almost like it's a brisket meatball.
What the fuck?
There's barely. You can see where the cheese ends on mine, and it's halfway through the sandwich. They didn't put cheese in the whole thing.
James, I'm sorry, there's the meatballs just stuck somewhere.
Get Ron some butters.
This is so fucked. If I was on a jury and I was deciding between manslaughter and first degree murder, so to speak, I would say, Vito, this is first degree. You sabotage Vinay on purpose because you don't like him.
Why
And you
would I-
sabotage
It does seem
this
more
meal.
personal than anything else.
Why would I sabotage
Yes.
somebody that's supposed to be helping me? I don't want them to do bad because then I have to pick up more stuff.
I think it stems when Ron liked having him on the radio and was giving him some time.
I was having a ball with the kid.
Original Chris is on the radio, and you don't see me hating him.
No, there was some good stuff about old Vinay. Completely enjoy you on the radio, Vinay.
Thank you. That's very nice of you, man.
All right, you guys have a great day.
I wanted him to do a joke at the.
We ran out of time. There was a time crunch.
Could have fit him in.
Hey, tomorrow is when Fez debuts as Santa Claus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He was born to play the role.
But here's the thing. So he's been watching videos to see how to play Santa Claus. And when he sees how happy the kids are to see Santa Claus, Fez starts crying. His last heart attack has made him very easy to cry, very sentimental, crying immediately. And he's nervous that when he sees happy kids, he's just going to start crying.
They're going to be like, Santa doesn't cry.
I know, that could fuck some kids
You never
up.
see Santa cry.
Santa's just crying and holding his chest. Look at Vinay, is just looking down, trying to relive this whole semester and see where it went wrong.
I'd say week
It
two.
was the LOL.
There was a Z after it too. I didn't say that much.
Has,
Lols. Did it for the lols.
has Joe List played your club again?
No.
You get any more guys that came in here?
No, not after Joe List.
Who was your favorite comedian who came in who you didn't get to meet?
I didn't get to meet Hari. I didn't get to meet.
That doesn't even make sense.
I didn't get to meet Mateo. I like Mateo a lot. Mateo Lane. Trying to think who else.
Was Mateo was. Well, I couldn't let you meet comedians after you started just trying to book them on your own show. You don't see me coming in and trying to book comedians on the Big Brothers podcast with Chris.
You should. Chris goes outside. He goes to fucking Gas Digital. He doesn't even know fucking Sirius XM exists. I sent that to Jack yesterday.
Why
A long
would you
fucking
say
note.
that?
Because Don covered for you. All right? Now you lost that cover. He's my Vinay. Chris Stanley is my Vinay.
No, I'm
You know,
your Chris.
I want him to be original Chris.
No, just me, Chris Stanley.
that's
I'm
our
You
Chris.
fucked up. Hey, Meat, what's up?
Hey, I want to do my impression of Vito when he's phone screening.
Oh, great.
All right. Bennington Show.
All right, breathe heavy. Okay. I have fucking sleep apnea. I don't know what's
That's
so
what he's
funny
saying.
about that.
But it's an odd job to pick when you breathe that heavy. Vinay's laughing at you. Vinay's laughing
You
at
know
your
why
dumb
I'm
face.
He's LOLing.
That's why my breathing's so heavy, because I'm picking up all the phone calls because you can't.
He laughed at your fat face.
He called you fat too. To me
Why'd you have to
earlier.
bring the fat thing into it?
Let's vote on Vinay's grade, all right? I give him an A.
A plus?
You were just complaining about it 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I like him though. I mean, well, you know,
I'm gonna go F.
Gives him a C. Earl?
I will say B minus.
Yes.
What is that based on?
B minus is almost more confusing than A plus.
What did he have to do to get a B? Where did he go wrong where you're like, no, definitely B minus for me?
I was gonna go C, and then but C's a little cruel, and
Yeah, it is.
I didn't expect Earl to give him such a low grade.
Yeah, really. Thought we had a good relationship, Earl.
But B's
Earl, I think if anything, you took off because of racism, because you're a fucking
Exactly.
racist.
No, I have no hate towards. I have no.
You're
hate
so
towards
mad that
anyone.
the Asians have shot past the blacks into the number 2 movement.
Yes, they have.
Vito, where's the Molly's at? I thought we had a little
No,
Molly's dessert.
other cream puffs from
Cream
Beer
puffs?
Papa.
I was all set for a nice Molly's cupcake. These kids don't like cream puffs.
I wish these two would get along. Oh man, look at Vito running.
And Vito runs. It's horrible.
There's just production guys along that booth, and they all look.
Vinay, tell the truth now. Can you stand him? Is he driving you nuts?
No, I really liked him. I didn't know he hated me so much. Really.
He said it for like 4
No, I
weeks.
thought it was a
kept
joke. Because
saying, where's Vinay?
I would always hear like, oh, when they say it on the show, it's just a joke. It's just like a bit. I didn't know there was like pure resentment towards me brewing
pretty
for all
deep.
those months.
You keep stealing his credit card.
I like having interns on the air because it's like a fresh thing. And the fact that you had a comedy background and you knew these guys, I thought, well, this is excellent. This is great.
Thank you, Ron. I really looked up to you. I learned from you.
I just wish we could have
And
done
Chris. And Earl.
Thank you. Well, that's why you get an A plus.
Thank you.
Vinay and I barely know each other.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because by the time I came back from maternity leave, he was already banned. I guess the LOL incident already happened.
Yeah, the lulls.
And that was it. I mean, honestly, yesterday I was like, this is the first time I've seen you in the studio.
Also, Vinay would put out too many waters. I mean, I'm still giving him an A plus, but I'll just
You
bring
guys
out some
tell
other
me to
things.
bring down water. You're like, bring
Once
5.
said put fucking 6 waters out for 3 people.
Chris,
Why are
Original
you
Chris?
angry
We
about
were
it?
told
Or, yes.
By who?
by everyone
By a
to
lot
bring
of
out
different, by
3
multiple
waters.
people. To
3
bring-
water. Thank you,
No, to
Chris.
bring
3
5
waters.
waters.
3.
5 at the beginning of the semester.
You don't even
they
realize.
said 5, and then they said 3.
But then it never stopped. It was always 6. And then one day you brought in 7. I was like, let's just bring the fucking sink into this fucking studio.
I, for one, enjoy the extra
Hey, I
water.
like it. You know what I mean? I like to hydrate. Victor, what's up?
Afternoon, Benningtons.
Well, we're falling apart.
I just want to, I don't want to get all psychological, but very often when we dislike someone, it's because they possess attributes that we don't like about ourselves.
That is true.
So maybe, Vito, you're mad that you lose your own credit card.
Yeah. Maybe you're mad that you bring out too much water.
Well, I bring out a very appropriate amount of water.
I know that I would just say, I would just make some like small request, and Vito would be doing it, and I'm like, why aren't you having an intern doing that? And he would go like this: he can't fucking do anything, Ron. If I don't take care of it, you're not gonna like it.
It's true.
And you did say that to me.
I did.
Look, he's still getting an A plus from me, but still he's getting the socks incident was a problem.
What? The what?
The socks incident.
All right, here's what happened, Gail. You were away.
I got rained on. I got like pneumonia for this.
Here's what happened, Gail.
You're healthy.
One day you were out of pregnancy leave. It fucking rained a flood here, right? So I get out of the cab. I step into a river. I fucking say to Vito, I go, Vito, is there an extra pair of socks? We used to keep socks here in case anybody during the winter gets their feet got wet. He goes, I'm having Vinay get him. I go, I don't want Vinay to go because he's already heading out. Vinay comes back with socks, and there are these tiny fucking ankle socks.
Little girl ankle socks.
They were like, sex. How does that someone not know what a pair of fucking sweat socks are?
No, sweat socks. It's the winter. It's the winter. You would want longer socks to keep warm in the winter.
It was October. It was warm. It was 70 then.
But it was cold. You
We
just said you had
also
pneumonia.
Didn't say, Vinay,
From the
I want
rain.
Ron to look sexy for us today. Get me something hot. Like, I didn't say that. I said, get me some socks. He's going to have wet feet.
It was from the men's section at Gap. I didn't know it would be sexy on Ron.
But
You point out the fact that you guys don't explain yourselves. You just use the word socks.
Crew socks. And the crew socks.
You didn't say it. Sweat socks is what I want.
All right. Wrong word.
I would just never assume to get some. You just think people are smart enough to do normal things.
But I thought you were smart enough to try to tell an intern what to do.
Yeah.
What would you give yourself this semester with him?
With him, I'd give myself a D. With Original Chris, an A. So we're looking at a B.
You have no complaints over Original Chris.
No, Original Chris is great. He had a documentary about Australians in baseball.
Did you listen to it?
He wasn't supposed to be doing that this To me, these two are the same kids.
No.
They're just two nice kids. Even now, Vinay's got a nice attitude about all the mean stuff that you're saying.
Sometimes you got to wake up and realize you're in the real world now. This isn't class. This is an internship. You got to take it seriously.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Cliche. Do you want to be dumber?
the hockey thing got in my head today.
I enjoy Vinay.
Yeah.
I enjoy you, Gail.
All the comics like him. And I like the fact that he's a go-getter. He's a fucking booking his own shit. And my man Ezra went to see him. Loved him.
Not on
Went
our-
out of his way saying, and he wrote to me and said, can we get more Vinay on the show? And I'm like, fuck, I forgot. So I said, hey, Ezra wants to hear more Vinay. He says he killed down there. You're like, he's not ready.
Yeah, not ready. You can't be fucking up on the small things and then get to do the fun stuff. Like,
I've never seen you do this with another intern.
I've never had this many problems with another intern.
We didn't have any problems. You didn't tell me we had any problems.
That's
you just
not
applied
true.
it on air.
That's not true.
Did you sit down and have a man-to-man with him off air?
How many times did I have to tell you this is wrong? Don't do this. And then
I
you'd
would
say,
work
"Got
on
it."
them. There would be
But then you
different
wouldn't do
things
it.
I would do wrong.
Yeah, no one brought him here because he knows how to do everything.
I
we
came
brought
here
him
to
here
learn.
to earn.
That's
to learn,
internship.
not to earn. And then, this is the future of the business.
Yeah, but
This is us giving back to the business. When we have interns, we teach them stuff.
you get told a few things, and then if you don't do those few things over and over again, then it's like I can't trust you with anything. If I can't trust you with anything, how am I going to
Can I
teach
just
you
say
other
something,
stuff?
you stink at this. I don't pull you off of it. Because it took you a while to get going as the announcer, and you're doing great. He's fucking laughing at you.
No, I'm
It
not.
took
I'm
you
crying.
a while. It's okay. Laugh in his face. That's good. But now you're a great announcer. But you don't put anything in the dish. You're so dull doing that.
I put effort into Dish.
Did you listen to it yesterday? You drag the fucking shit out there. You drag it out.
I do work really hard on Dish. I research the stories. I try to find stuff.
And you're not there yet, okay? But do I give up on you? No. Why are you giving up on this kid?
Because he doesn't try.
Dude, from my point of view, I would say you're not trying. That's how dull you're bringing that across.
But
I'm trying, bro. I really am.
I don't see it. I don't feel it.
I'm not good at shit, I guess, then.
See, he admitted it.
He's good on the air. He did very good on the air.
Yeah, that's one
But
part.
you kept that away from him.
I kept it away from him so he could get good at the other stuff. I thought it would be a motivation.
What?
But isn't what's on the air the most important part?
He doesn't want to work at Macy's and pick out fucking socks. Okay? He wants to interact with comedians. He wants
not a sock
You really
stylist.
are crying?
No. I'm just tired.
Oh, man.
No, I swear to God, I'm
your
not.
Your eyes weren't red a minute ago, and now you're wiping them.
Oh, it's sad that we're leaving. It's ending.
The kid's crying.
I'm not crying. I
You
just
know.
have allergies in December. That's what's happening.
You wanted to come back and do another internship, right?
Yeah.
Let's commit to the guy and get a new start and get going. Dude, I didn't know you were this sensitive.
No, I just had a bad week.
What happened, buddy?
What's wrong?
Nah, nothing.
Go ahead, talk to us.
I got out of a really long relationship, and it just sucked.
You got out or she got out with you?
She got out.
Yeah.
She did. She was like, fuck this.
Yeah. What happened?
Just long. Just, time to move on.
Dude, what are you fucking laughing at, man?
Where he's laughing.
Yeah.
This is just my plan to make him feel really shitty.
I told you guys that I get giggly. If you remember from the bad news that has come up before, and I started laughing. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing because.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
This kid having a rough time and all. I see that as your failure, man. You're supposed to take care of this guy. Yeah. We're bringing this guy into this business.
Right.
I think he's very funny. I love the fact that he's running stuff. I love the fact that he wants to be here and meet the comics.
Meet the comics is one thing.
Don't let him down, dude.
Yeah, don't. Why are you giving up on this dude? We all like Vinay.
You want another?
I'm good. I'm watching my carbs.
That's right. You got to get out there and start dating again.
Do what I do. Just get fatter.
Would you have a little empathy instead of acting like, oh, it's funny if I throw him a thing?
I was trying to be nice.
That was nice. Thank you.
I don't know. I can't commit to him right now because I don't know. We could have a meeting and talk about stuff, but I can't commit.
You know what?
To
Then
him.
maybe I can't commit to you, Vito. Is that the way? So should I give up on you?
So please don't give up on me. I need this job, and I like being here, and I love the show.
Right. So this kid is cut out of your cloth.
Remember when you got out of a bad breakup too?
Yeah. Who was there for you? Us.
You guys were there for me.
Gave you cuddles.
Beautiful therapy session, right?
How long were you guys together, you and her?
4 years.
Wow. That's like 25% of your life.
Right?
And she just walked out for what reason?
I suggested it, which was my mistake, and I half meant it, but I didn't mean it. And then, she played my bluff.
And she's from your hometown, or
No. California.
Did we see a picture of her?
Yeah, you thought she was hot.
Let me see another picture.
My phone's inside.
Oh God, you're already deleting pictures. That's smart. Hey John, what's up, buddy? John.
Hey, I'm actually laughing at Vinay, not from awkwardness, but my God, he's annoying as hell. And please listen to Vito. You would be riding his ass right now if he didn't get on to Vinay about getting with comedians. And I would love to know what Joe List would give grade on for Vinay.
That would be interesting.
What happened with that? What happened with the Joe List thing?
He went in. He did a set.
Oh, he didn't. Joe backed out.
He never.
Yeah, Joe
showed
said
up.
he'd make one up for me.
Yeah, but you don't believe him.
Nah.
Jim in Nebraska.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
I think Vito's problem is that he resents you for giving him a hard time.
Oh, is that right,
Getting
Vito?
his right back out.
What are you doing? Fucking kicking the dog when you get home? Is that it? Okay, I fucking see that.
No, that's.
I see that. That's you fucking screaming at me.
I'm not screaming at you. I love you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then why did you fucking try to poison us all with these meatballs?
I didn't know how
You're
bad
an
this.
Italian.
I couldn't even finish that. I finished
couldn't
everything.
either.
You didn't finish that, Chris?
No, I couldn't, Ron.
That's unbelievable.
This
to
has
me.
never happened before.
And you wolf down your cream puff like there's no tomorrow.
I mean, that's delicious. I mean, that's that's automatic.
Brian, what's up?
I think the problem for Vito is that when this kid gets agitated, his voice goes up real high. You can't really tell if he's male or female, and it's confusing him.
Here's the thing. He's had a tough fucking week. All right? I've never seen a fucking comedian cry before.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to make it in comedy.
I don't know either.
You're so sensitive.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to hire you a bodyguard.
I mean, if you've been telling how much you suck for like the past weeks, kind of sucks to hear.
I'm glad that you're saying that, though, because you were saying everything's great.
I thought it was like a joke. I thought it was like all in good jest. I didn't know that, like...
That's not a good sign. If you think all the criticism is a joke.
Look, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That air is not radio. You can't just say 4 words and sit there like a fucking stupid. All right? I'm going to go home with you today. I'm going to talk to your mom.
No, please don't talk to Leslie.
I see you being mean to some of the other kids.
No, she gets really mad about bullying.
Don't be a bully.
Not a bully.
Ed in Denver.
Yeah, Vito was just giving Vinay shit and telling him he needs to get into the real world. And doesn't Vito still live with his mom and doesn't pay rent?
I do pay.
Talking about needing to get into the real world.
New York City, New York. Do you know how expensive?
How much do you pay rent?
Give my mom a few hundred. We got a good deal in our apartment.
You give her a few hundred a week?
Yeah, we got a good deal in our apartment. You got to stay in the same place for a long time.
You believe that he's paying $200 a week?
I think that's a fabrication.
Well, you know how
I'm
much I
gonna
love
text
my
Leslie.
mom. You know how much I love my mom. Don't you dare.
Are you paying? Are you having cable and electric?
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't pay cable, and I don't think we pay electric.
You pay her $800 a month.
600.
$150 a week.
It's fucking free, dude, in this town.
I know it is, but it's.
You can bring a girl home.
I haven't done. I've only done that with girls I've seriously dated. The apartment's not big, so bringing home a girl like on one night would be really weird.
When's your next gig?
Tonight.
Would you go down and be with him tonight?
Oh, that'd be great.
I got to do stuff tonight.
Please don't.
Just go down, sit there, and fucking see him for the first time.
Don't heckle.
I know you want to do year-end stuff, right? Maybe you can interview some people. He works right near the cellar.
I could go to the cellar and maybe stop by, but I was supposed to go to a friend's intramural basketball game.
Hey, Greg, what's up, buddy?
Hey,
Yeah.
this he's jealous, Ronnie, because you're taking a liking to this kid, and he wants that deep down inside. So he's trying to beat
You know
him
what?
up.
This is the thing I like about him. It's the same reason I like Chris, Original Chris, and you. You guys love this business. Earl loves this business. Vinay is one of us.
I'm not jealous of any of them.
Comedy, radio.
Why would I? But why would I be jealous? You like Earl? I'm not jealous of Earl.
Does Earl do good work? No. For 20 years I've had Earl in my life. He can't fucking do anything.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Earl's
matter
no
to me.
threat to you. He's no threat to you.
Who, Earl?
It's a threat
Vinay.
to you.
You see Vinay as a threat.
No, I don't see Vinay as a threat.
He's a younger, better looking Vito.
Yep. I thought his name was Beret. I thought he was French, named after a hat.
That'd be fucking cool. Gail, what do you think?
I think that Vito needs to break this chain of darkness. They've been mistreating him. I just feel like
Let's not
you
say
know, bring this
mistreating.
kid in. I feel like you got to bring this kid in. Open your heart, Vito.
I don't know.
Open that big old heart of yours.
There's
a dangerously large heart.
Yeah.
There's only been one other intern I didn't want to bring back, and Chris decided against it, and that intern turned around and turned into a huge dick.
What are we talking about?
So I feel like I've said
What
this
is he
before.
talking
I think the guy who works for
Jam Band.
Yeah, Jam Band. I was against that or not against
You
it?
were.
can't
I didn't
remember.
want to bring him back, and you did. And I feel like we should. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm just being out there.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
There was a young guy, started with us. Chris not only wouldn't be nice to him, wouldn't work with him. And I tried to say, hey, nobody can go home until all the work's going. Thinking Chris would share the work. He would not. He made the kids sit there while he worked. The guy went on, did other stuff. Chris suddenly became friends with him and was actually in his wedding. So you guys get very weird and territorial in here. And I think you learned it from Chris. I think everything that you're going through, you learned from Chris. And look
Break
at
the
him
chain.
now. That's the fucking ghost of Christmas spirit. You don't want to be this kid.
No. I'm 35 years old.
You are?
That's not the place to stop.
Yeah, I don't know why you think that's the problem.
I want to be
You were an
35.
asshole when you were fucking 24. I'm very serious. You won't fucking work the system. Vito doesn't work the system. The same people that you can't interact with, he can't interact with. Why? There's a negativity it takes on with you guys. Just look at this kid. He's the future. He's got a bright, sweet heart. He's not done yet. He goes out and does stand-up every fucking night.
That's outside of here.
That's part of our gig.
Yes,
dude.
it is.
And why wasn't he? Here's the sad thing about Mateo. Remember, we booked him next week?
Yeah.
And we got him a special guest that only he would like. Mateo canceled.
Oh, that sucks. I did not know
Damn
that.
it. That's terrible.
You know why you don't know it?
Why?
You don't listen. That text went out to everybody. You don't answer your text.
I do. I did not get that text.
Chris got it. Gail got it. Earl got it. Each one of them wrote back.
Why didn't you guys tell me?
Rocco in Jersey.
Hey, hearing Vinay cry on air took me back to Fezzy crying. Golden days of radio, man. Brought a tear to my eye.
That was a long, strong career that he had doing. Now look what he's doing. He's going to be Santa Claus. Crying Santa Claus. He's going to be telling kids, don't grow up. Promise me. Pierre, Virginia Beach.
Buddies.
Hey, buddy.
I think Vinay did a great job. You have two interns who stunk like the last 3 months. I won a pretty good prize closet twice. They just kept blaming Vito, but Vinay has been great. I think Vito's jealous, and I think Vito's been dropping the ball lately.
All right, I don't know why I'd be jealous. The jealousy thing keeps coming up, and I've said I'm not.
Because the kid came in, he was tearing it up, he was getting more airtime than you, he was interacting. Look at his sad face right now. He feels terrible.
People are saying mean things about me. I'm not getting sad.
True.
You're not him. You've been in this longer. Where's your empathy? You're Italian. Normally, they're the most empathetic people. They like to mentor people.
Not people that, but they like people that don't fuck them over.
How did you get fucked over?
Because mistakes make it harder to do things that I need to do on my own. So then I get caught up having the phone.
You see the way your guy said, this was the guy, because you were cold to him, he's cold to other, Chris.
I never wanted anyone to learn that from me.
And yet they have. So that's what we do. That's how we teach. RJ in Indianapolis.
Okay, Vito, you need to think about it this way. You had one fucking job. Teach the kid and show him the fucking ropes. But instead, you want to be a fucking dick to this kid. I mean, look at him. Do something proud. Think about it. If you would teach this kid something, and then he makes something of himself, you would accomplish something for once. Besides your fucking horrible
You
comic
my
career,
manager,
if
man.
you want to call it that.
My horrible what?
His comic career.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like you're acting like a teacher who's never had a kid that failed.
Not failed because the fucking teacher was mean to him. No one had fucking respects that.
I'm not mean to him.
You know what?
Also,
Can I tell you
teachers don't fail people because they lose their credit cards.
Right.
I didn't lose it. It was in my wallet.
It was in your wallet, not in my wallet. That was the problem. 3 times. But that's just one thing. There's a bunch of things.
But I even feel like if you went and said, I want to fail this kid for his internship, and then they asked you why, and there's like personal reasons involving my wallet.
There would be other. I've brought up other stuff, though. It's not just the credit card. That was just one of the big tipping points.
Look, here's the thing. If I was a teacher, and I never have been one.
Yeah.
If that kid fucking failed history, I still wouldn't want to fail him. You're the one being represented here. This kid come into our business wanting to learn it. He's at NYU, so he's not a dumb kid. You know what I mean? That's a tough school to get into. And he's running his own comedy thing. I say we don't let this guy down.
I've just seen so many mistakes over the course of the semester, and I don't want to repeat all of those mistakes all over again and deal with it again. It's just going to happen again, and it's going to repeat itself.
But that's how I learn, you know? Like,
Right.
you make the mistakes so you can learn.
But you make the mistakes over and over and over again.
Listen, Original Chris worked in radio for months before this. He knew how to use the software. I had never come into knowing any of the system, how any of this worked, how anyone interacted, when's the time for joking, when's the time for not. I came here to learn because this is the world I want to be in. And I was learning. I thought I was.
Okay, he comes from sports radio, so like the whole the time for joking versus the time for not joking. I don't understand what you mean by that.
He thought a lot of times when you're complaining, it was all part of the comedy thing.
Because you've told me that.
You hear what he just said to you, though? He wants to be here. Not for any big gain, for his long-term game, to be part of a community. Comedy radio.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the kid do TV, movies, whatever. Anything could happen to him, for all we know. David Tell could come in here and go, hey, there's something about that kid I like. Maybe you should be writing for our show.
I don't think David Tell would like if you came up and tried to book him for one of his side gigs.
Nothing about that bothers me. Nothing about that bothers me. Even if you told him, I don't want you doing that, if he just became friends with these people, maybe it would work out.
But anytime
I've seen it happen a million fucking times, Vito. I see the guys that come in at the young guys, and then within a couple of years, it feels like, hey, everybody's the same. And then the next thing you know, you're going to the young guy, hey, could you hook up a friend of mine with a gig because he's fucking taken off?
I don't know. I can't make a decision. I told you, maybe we could meet, we could talk things out, but as of right now.
What makes it feel like it's your decision to make?
It's not. If you guys want it, it's I can't say anything. I'm just giving you my input of my personal choice.
You're coming across very negative. Very, very negative. Gail, am I crazy here, or what am I missing?
I don't know. I feel like there's got to be more to it because
There has to be.
I've told you guys everything. All of my issues, I said, with just the work.
Listen, I know I give off like a pretty hateable vibe. You know, like I get it. Like my face, it's like there's like a target on it, and like the voice doesn't help either. I get it. You know, I've read the comments on Twitter. I've heard the callers. This isn't like a warm, welcoming experience to listen to. But I have a very warm heart. I love you, buddy. Even though you hate my guts.
I don't hate you. It's not. I don't hate
like
you.
you somebody
I just don't like the shit you do, and then I don't like when I tell you did something wrong. You just giggle and you don't take it seriously.
I don't giggle and don't take it seriously. Every time you tell me something's wrong, I'll fix it. I try to. I mean, I'm learning. I do it. I don't just like leave it and then like say what's good. And I only laughed at the card thing because it was funny that I took it, and I said I would come back immediately and give it to you immediately after.
It was
and you said
LOLs.
bring it the morning.
LOLZ. It's not. That's not funny though, because when you
but also Vito, he laughs when he's nervous, much like you. You
Does
just
that
said
remind you of Vito?
Yeah,
No,
you
that's
do the
not laughing
same
when
thing.
It is. Yes, it is.
It's
Yeah,
laughing when
nervous
you
laughter.
fuck up. I don't laugh when I fuck up.
Yeah, but it causes him to be nervous and uncomfortable, and that makes him laugh.
What did you
do the
laughed
same
when
thing.
someone died?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You laughed when I told you I got broken up with.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
You giggled.
You were like happy about it.
I laugh in tense situations.
You know what? Original Chris, you've been very quiet, but you're on both sides of the glass here. What are we missing? You've picked up on this for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, I could always tell that there was tension between the two. I'm not going to say who's right or wrong because I don't know who's right or wrong. I just pull my head down and do the job that I'm always asked. But there has been tension between them since the start. And I would hope that by the end of the show that we can kind of get it all sorted out and they can become friends because I like both of these two. I've
Vito, you
spent a
haven't
lot of
moved an
time
inch
individually.
during this
I'm a
between
pretty
these two.
friendly person. You know that.
I don't know that. I mean, I saw the way you were today. I would not say that's friendly.
Not at all.
I'm not mean to anybody. I'm not malicious.
I just saw you be mean to somebody.
But there's obviously a reason because of what's been happening all semester. And it's just, if I feel this strongly, there's obviously, I'm not just making shit up, you know?
And by the way, you're saying Jam Bannon's a terrible person. He ended up getting a job here.
Yeah, but he's been kind of a dick ever since he got a job here.
Did you tell him that?
No, I didn't tell him that. I just
You don't
kind of don't.
communicate
I
to
don't
you.
deal with him that much ever since.
Even though the best thing for the show is for you to do that.
He's not somebody that is willing to or wants to.
Is that right, Chris?
We've reached out a few times and he's pushed us off to other people.
I never heard that.
It happened a while ago. Then once that happened, I figured it was no more reason to deal with him.
Why don't we break here? Bennington. It is the Bennington Show. Gail, how's the baby doing?
She is a little uncomfortable, but she's doing better than she was.
Not having the high fever anymore?
No, doesn't seem very fevery, but she was wailing, poor thing. But now she's a little more chill.
Oh, isn't that weird how it brings back a memory when you had the same kind of reaction?
Oh, that's really weird. And you said like my face was all red, and her face was so red. Her eyes are all puffy from crying.
Yeah.
I've never seen her so fucked up.
Yeah, it's so sad. And then what I went through with Vinay had me upset.
I know. I felt the same, exactly. Like we gave him too many vaccines.
I feel like today was the first time I did not think of Vito as a sweet guy. I saw the Chris Stanley in Vito. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
He's a kind soul, usually.
Chris, you've rubbed off on him.
Yeah. He doesn't teach. He doesn't play well with others. Sad. All I wanted was for us to roll into the end of the year as best as we can. And I literally asked everybody that. And look what we got. Earl, at least I can depend upon you.
I'm always here for you, Ronnie B.
Mr. Bojangles. You know, Earl's dog is up and died. He just up and died. And after 15 years, he still grieves.
Always.
He misses that dog. Send Vito in here as we're wrapping up the show. I think, did the interns walk out?
No, they have not.
They're still sitting there?
Yes.
Did Vito talk to them?
Yes, he had a talking to them.
And what happened?
They're very quiet.
Negative end of the show today. Well, it was supposed to be the intern party.
Yeah. Sometimes the truth just had to happen. It had to happen. Sad it had to be in the intern party, but it had to happen.
Well, it seems like you're crying.
No, I'm not crying. I'm fine.
Said Twitter hates you.
I can see that people are not happy with me.
All the feedback is bad.
Pretty negative about me.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want you back in 19.
I hope you choose to keep me.
May be above me. This makes it upstairs, dude.
Yeah.
It might be well above me. Well, Gail, you said you can see this whole thing coming apart for some time.
I did say that. And now look at us.
And unlike you or Earl, Chris has a place to land at Gaslight Digital. Gaslight Digital, we've got it all.
That's your catchphrase?
You got to be careful with that one guy getting into strange powders.
I have but one master. You, Ron Bennington.
That's how you're on. You're not even paying attention. But that wasn't the setup.
No, I just thought I'd let everyone know.
Oh. Everyone's being so tight. That's the kind of answers I'm getting here today. Well, Gail, you've got one sick little baby, but I got 3 sick little babies over here.
I know, that makes me sad too.
Yeah.
I hope that you care for them, hold them, give them kisses like I'm doing.
I never saw the interns head out in a bad mood before.
I did what I had to do. I had to fucking tell the kid that he wasn't doing the right thing for 3 months. It's not great, but none of us were getting what we needed. There were a ton of mistakes that piled up.
I was getting everything I could possibly want out of an intern. I hadn't seen anybody this good since Earl Douglas. Young Earl Douglas. I've never seen anybody Butterall do this. He can pitch just as well with either hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Switch pitcher.
Yeah. Switch pitcher. So you don't know whether you're getting the fucking slider inside or the fucking fastball outside. You can get either one. You're never going to see a curve, though. No one sees a curve. Because he hangs a fucking curve like a pinata out there. Miss being able to play the old game, Earl?
Oh, yeah.
Miss that? You lost your skills?
Oh, I miss it every single day. Love playing the game. Love watching it, but I love playing it. There's a joy to it.
Your mantra is always the same. Don't hit it to me. Don't hit it to me. They always say it's the worst thing that you could say in baseball is don't hit it to me. It's like the ball knows to go to that guy. Well, I guess you woofed today, huh? You went 0 for 4 today. Vito?
Yeah. Got into a fight with the umpire, I guess.
Who's the umpire?
I don't know. I guess I'm saying Vinay's the umpire, but that doesn't make much sense.
Think of it this way.
That's for sure.
You wanted to go out of your way to make sure Nuke wasn't going to get to the pros.
I'm not a Bull Durham. I'm not. I forgot his name.
That's good radio.
I forgot his character's name.
How could you forget that?
Crash Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I just told you guys the truth. I just did what I had to tell you guys what was really going on back here. I didn't want you guys to be misled.
You're just digging it deeper for yourself.
I am.
Even when I see that the kid was teared up a little bit, I feel like something else must have happened. Some kind of either sexual assault or something along those lines.
Please don't put that out there. There was no sexual stuff.
But it seemed like somebody. No. I mean, somebody isn't going to cry because they're not wanted back. So that he definitely seemed like he was sexually assaulted.
I didn't sexually assault anybody.
But if you did, we'll get to the bottom of it. Look at this, the Bush funeral going down. I didn't know this, but Laura Bush has somewhat of a duck walk. I don't know why I never picked up on that before. I had web feet. And Jeb Bush has got a tiny little cute wife. Look how tiny she is. Comes up to his armpit.
He's a bigger guy than I realized.
Oh, yeah, he's a big guy. He's the Gronk of the Bush family. When they play fucking pickup ball, they always send him deep and down the middle. And they say, if you just throw it anywhere, he'll come up with it. Look at the size of him. I saw him once palm a beer keg. Just picked it straight up off. Yeah. And look how tiny his wife is. She looks like a jockey. Bush has got a big family. Well, Gail, we're going to wrap this one up. Do me a favor and take care of that baby, would you?
I definitely will.
By that baby, I meant Vinay.
I'm going to.
Vinay and Original Chris, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys.
Are they coming over to the mic?
Come on.
Thank you, buddy.
Come on over.
Come on. Say thank you.
Thank you for a
Thank
great
you, Ron.
semester.
Thank you,
You
Chris,
guys,
Vito, Earl.
yeah, you guys are great.
Appreciate it.
Gail.
Good fun.
No.